Hi, fourth grade. If you're watching this video, it probably means that you have chosen to complete the City of Shapes project. Awesome choice. I'm going to complete the first page with you today. I'm using the digital copy in the Google Docs so that I can be able to do this from my computer. You can only do this choice for the Google Slides docs if you have a Gmail account, if you or your parent has one. If you don't have one, you'll need to access the PDF copy and print this off to be able to do your work with me. Whatever you're choosing to do, the pages look exactly the same. So go ahead and get out the first page that's titled Laying the Foundation. I'm going to do this page with you. So whether you're writing this out by hand or doing this on your device also, we'll be working on the same page together. Instead of handwriting mine, though, I'll be typing in it. That's the only difference. So for this Laying the Foundation page, you'll need this page that has the laying foundation at the top, and you'll also need the page that looks like this, Laying the Foundation, and it's a grid with all of those different parts of the city on there. If you're using the Google Doc, there's also a set of green rectangles off to the side that I'm going to be dragging into this page and resizing. So just so you know, that's the difference between the PDF copy and the Google Slides. But you'll need both pages to complete this activity for today. So this will be the only one that I complete with you. The reason I wanted to do this with you is just so you have a refresher about how to find area and how to find perimeter. Let's get started. Here are the instructions for laying the foundation. Have you ever dreamt of being a city planner, an architect? Even if the answer is no, you are about to embark on such a journey building your own city of shapes. All you need is some graph paper, a pencil, and the brilliant brain in your noggin, and you will be ready to create your very own city of dreams. So to get started, we're going to first type in our name right here, and you're going to label the name of your city. This can be whatever you want it to be. Make sure you write your real name up here for who is completing the assignment. And then you can write whatever your official city name is. So Mrs. Kendall's City of Shapes is called Kendall City. My population I chose is 800,000. And my city slogan is, "It's fine, I'm fine, everything is fine." You can do whatever slogan that you'd like. This part is just for fun. If you want to take some time to think about it, you can always come back and fill this section in later. Then, what we're going to do first is we're going to graph out the area and perimeter for each of these different buildings in the city. Once we've done that, then we're going to go to the graph paper for laying the foundation, and we're going to actually draw out those rectangles and squares to match. So let's get started first by remembering what the difference is between area and perimeter. The area of the figure is the space inside. We find the area by multiplying the height times the width. That is given to me right here where it says dimensions. This row here shows me the dimensions of the city or the building, which is the height times width. So all I have to do for the area is just multiply those two numbers. It already tells me the height and the width. So the firehouse is 8 times 5, which is 40. The police station is 3 times 7, which is 21. Oh, but let me add a label that's so important. This is square units. I want to make sure I label that. Now, I don't know whether this is in feet or inches, meters, so I'm just writing square units. Area is always written out in square units or units squared, whatever the unit is. So I'm going to go ahead and complete all of the areas, and then I'll complete all of the perimeters just so I'm not having to switch between methods. So area, we always multiply the width times the height. So some of these, if you don't have these facts memorized or can't do them mentally too quickly, you can always pull them out to do on a calculator as well. So I do not have my 15 facts memorized, so I'm going to type that into my calculator. 15 times 15 times 6 is 90 and square units. Then I'm going to do 14 times 5 for the school, which is 70 square units. Then I have the outdoor mall, which is going to be 30 times 6, which is 180 square units. Then 5 times 11, which is 55 square units. 4 times 6 is 24 square units for the cafe and grocery store. For the petting zoo, it's 7 times 9, which is 63 square units. Houses is 32 times 5, it's 160 square units. I'm just using multiplication because I'm finding area. We have to do something different when we get to perimeter, so just be aware of that. The park is 121 square units, and the pool is 42 square units. All right, we're done with all of the area now, but next we need to find the perimeter for these. The perimeter uses a different operation. The perimeter uses addition. The perimeter is the added side lengths for all sides of the figure. So these are rectangles which have 4 sides. I'm only given 2 dimensions though. I'm giving the width and the height. Well, if you remember anything about squares and rectangles, you'll remember that opposite sides are equal. So although they only give me 2 sides, I know that the other 2 sides are equal to those 2 sides as well. So for the firehouse, it's 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5. So I just double it up. So for the firehouse, I'm writing it out like this. 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5. And that is going to equal a total of 26, and this is not units squared, it's just units. All right, so remember the perimeter, we're adding up the side lengths to find the distance around the figure. So I'm writing this out for you so you see what it is that I'm adding up. If you don't have space to do this on your paper, you can always do some scratch work off to the side. So the police station is 3 by 7, but I know the other sides are also 3 by 7. So my math is going to look like this. 3 plus 7 plus 3 plus 7 equals 20 units. Easy peasy. Perimeter is just adding all of the side lengths. Okay, the dimensions for the hospital is 15 by 6. So I know that the sides are 15 plus 6 plus 15 plus 6. That equals a total of 42. I did that mentally. I'm going to check myself in my calculator just to be sure. And that is correct. And I will add on the word units. And this one I'm a little tight on, so I'm just going to write the letter U for units. All right, the school is 14 by 5 is the dimensions. So the perimeter, the side lengths are going to be 14 plus 5 plus 14 plus 5, which equals a total of 38 units. I'm going to shorten it to just be U for this because I'm running out of space. All right, the outdoor mall, the dimensions are 30 by 6. So that means the side lengths are 30 plus 6 plus 30 plus 6, which is going to equal a total of 72. So the outdoor mall is 72 units perimeter. The movie theater is 5 by 11, so that means the perimeter is 5 plus 11 plus 5 plus 11, equaling a total of 32 units. The cafe and grocery store is 4 by 6, so for my perimeter, I add all the side lengths, which is 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6, equaling a total of 20 units. The petting zoo is 7 by 9, so I'm going to do 7 plus 9 for the perimeter plus 7 plus 9 for those other two side lengths. I want to make sure I get them all. That is going to equal a total of 32 units. Almost done. You guys are doing great. I'm going to keep going. The houses are 32 by 5. So 32 plus 5, and then again for the other sides, 32 plus 5, equaling a total of 74 units. You are welcome to use your calculator for this, or adding it up by hand, whatever you are more comfortable with is okay. All right, the park. It looks like the park is a square. Still all the side lengths we need to add together. 11 plus 11, and then again for the other sides that they don't give us, we know they're equal. 11 plus 11, which equals a total of 44 units. And last but not least, the pool, the community pool is 6 by 7. So for the perimeter, we're going to add together the side lengths, 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 7, equaling a total of 26 units. All right, so that's it for this page, but now we need to go ahead and lay these out on the graph paper. So we're going to use the dimensions that are here on this page to map that out on the graph paper. So let's start with the firehouse, and actually on the page it's already done for us. The dimensions is 8 by 5. So that means that the rectangle needs to be 8 units across by 5 units up. So we can see here, if I count those, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units wide, and then 5 units high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how you'll do it. The first one will be how wide it is, and the second one will be how high it is. So the next building that we need to map out is the police station, which is 3 by 7. So the police station is right next to the firehouse. I'm going to drag over one of my boxes, and I need to resize this to make it 3 by 7. So it needs to be three squares across. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then 7 squares wide. Right now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares high. So I need to extend this 5, 6, and 7. All right, so there's my police station. I'm going to move that up 1, 2, 3, 4. I have one more square that I need, so I'm going to eliminate that. All right, now I should be able to clearly see it's 3 across, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 high. So that is a 3 by 7 rectangle. The next one is the hospital, which is 15 by 6. 15 by 6. All right, that's going to be big. I'm going to drag another one of my rectangles up for the hospital. This one needs to be 15 by 6. Okay, so right now, let's stretch this guy out. Right, so I've stretched this out to be 15 across by 6 going up. 15 by 6. So if you're doing this by hand, you can count out 15 wide and then 6 up and then draw the rectangle that way. Or if you're doing it digitally, you'll just have to drag and count. All right, the next building is the school, which is 14 units by 5 units. So that means I need to be 14 units wide and 5 units high. The school's down at the bottom of our paper. All right, so I'm going to drag this out to be 14 units wide, which is pretty big we saw from the hospital. So it's going to be almost the same size. I'm just dragging out and guessing right now, and then I'll have to go back and count. And counting, I have 14 units across and 5 units up. So the school is now complete. All right, next building is the outdoor mall, which is 30 by 6. So that is going to be by far the biggest so far, 30 units by 6 units. So I know that's going to be pretty big. I stretched that out really wide and I counted those all up. That is 30 units wide. It's huge by 6 units high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The outdoor mall takes up most of the width of that graph paper. All right, the next building is the movie theater, which is 5 by 11. So the movie theater is 5 squares by 11 squares. I have 5 squares. Drag this out a little bit more to make 11. And that makes 11. So the movie theater is now 5 squares by 11 squares. All right, so that's how you do this page. You have a few more that I'd like you to finish up on your own. Whatever the first dimension is that's lifted, I've been doing as the width, so that's it running across, and then the next dimension is the height. But if you need to turn the rectangle around to get it to fit quite right, you can definitely do that. Before I leave you, I just want to make sure you understand that the areas that we calculated, that's the squares that are inside of the building. So for example, the firehouse we calculated was 40 square units. That means inside here is 40 squares. If we were to count them, we would count 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. 40 squares inside. The area is the space it takes up, and it's written in square units. The perimeter is the space all the way around the outside. So if we were to count all of these squares that are touching the green lines, we would get a total of 26 units. That's because of the side lengths. We have 8 on this side, plus 5, plus 8, plus another 5, which are, sorry, not 40 units. I'm so sorry, 26 units all the way around. That would give us a total of 26. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 8 plus 5 is 26. So make sure that you are aware of that as you continue on. Finish up the rest of this page, mapping out the cafe and grocery store, the pool, the park, the petting zoo, and the rows of houses. And then when you're all done, you can stop working for today if you'd like, or you can keep going. You need to complete 5 other activities from this packet of activities. So look through them, decide which ones you want to do. You have over a week to do these, so take a look at each one, decide what looks interesting to you, how you'd like to complete them, and I just suggest that you do about one a day. So whatever you choose, doing about one a day will get you finished before the due date. So have fun. Feel free to ask me if you have any questions, and if you would like to check your work, you can use the answer key that's found in the PDF copy of the document. The answer key is all the way at the back. Please make sure you're not just copying the work, but you're using it to check your work. Thanks for working hard, and I'll talk to you soon.